times, cause you know I go crazy for mine. And that's just something that you ain't like, cause I go crazy.
Let's go.
Crazy, I go crazy.
Oh. Hey.
Crazy for mine, and I'll go crazy. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine. Pull up, hop out, flexing with the pressure. Someone hit my line, it's my connection with the Tesla. We gon' move the city back to back like it's on. We gon' move the city back to back, we doing extra. Jenny from the block, where you from though? You know it's on side when you come though. Hit it from the side like a drum roll. Hit it from behind like a Congo. Make it shake and let's go. It's some ways that we know. You got places to go. Waste no time, let's get on. Only way that you know is for me, cause you know that I go.
Let's go.
Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine, and I'll go crazy. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine, I'll go crazy. And I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy. Crazy for mine, I'll go crazy.
Let's go.
Crazy for mine.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey.
Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib, look like Dracula's mansion, my baby. When you pull up, it's on action, my baby. If these walls tall, they give you my track list. You know you shouldn't ask this. Those girls are just practice. I ain't one for the past tense. I'm just trying to get active. Sex game on savage, yeah. Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? You don't know it's crazy, huh? Crazy, 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 huh? Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? You know it's crazy, yeah. Crazy, huh?
Let's go.
Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh?
Mic check, mic check. Can you guys hear me? What does the sound like? Can you hear my computer more than you can hear me? Welcome back to another Sneek and Geek Live. My name is Atreus. You can call me Atreus if that suits your fancy. I've been recently referred to as Atreus. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like that one. But we are here to talk about more news, centering around the entertainment industry, video games, movies, TV shows, everything. Shout out to my guy Reed, who's in the chat. I am late. We normally start at 1 o'clock, but I had some people working in the apartment today. It's always something. We're always late for some reason. So let's do a little housekeeping. Let's see. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribed. The notification bell is on. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Atreus_Max. All links and at handles are in the description below. We're still trying to get to 25 followers on the Rumble so that we can live stream there. We are still trying to get Twitch popping because we want to make sure that we are, at a decent size on every platform so that when YouTube decides to do its censoring and its BS, we are, we have other avenues to go to. Additionally, just a little temperature check on the channel. So I recently talked about how I thought that doing shorts was kind of neutering the channel a little bit. I've been testing over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. And really since March, I haven't been really doing shorts like that. I've been doing some. I've released like 1, maybe 2 a week. And I haven't really done them. And I'm looking back at the videos, and they seem to be performing well relative to the channel. So I think by next week, we're going to start back doing like 3 shorts a day. We've got the winning formula as far as the videos go. We do Sneek and Geek, then we chop the videos up and we release them. And then one more thing, for those of you who really, really want to help the channel. There's people who like the channel, and then there's like fanatics. There are my best guys like Regicide and Honey and Hans and everyone else who really wants to support the channel. If you really want to support the channel, the best way for you to do that is for every video that drops, go and make sure you're subscribed, make sure the notification bell is turned on. Make sure that you're watching the videos, but even if you don't have time to watch the videos, what you can do is you can go to the video, turn the playback speed onto 1.5, hit the like and drop a comment on the video, even if it's just an emoji or something like that. Because what we want to do, what drives us through the algorithm, ladies and gentlemen, is watch time and engagement, okay? If we want to continue to get pushed in the algorithm, we have to drive up watch time, which means when I drop a video that's 8 minutes long, we gotta keep people engaged, and we gotta make sure that the engagement is up. The magical number that I've seen across all social media when it comes to videos is like, when it comes to likes, it's like 10%. You know what I'm saying? If you get a video that does 10,000 views, then you want to have 10,000 likes. It seems like 10% of people will hit that like button, even whether it's on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever the case. Like, you go across any of my viral videos on TikTok. If I got a video right now that's done 800,000 views, it got 90,000 likes. So that's just over 10%. So we got to get the engagement up. We got to get the watch time up. So yeah, even if you don't have time to watch the video, if you aren't doing anything, if the video comes up and you really want to help the channel, play the video, put it on 1.5 playback speed so you can get through the video fairly quickly, and then hit the like button and leave a comment if you so choose to. But that watch time and that like is very important. Whew, that was a lot to get through. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get into our first story of today. It is the biggest story of the week, actually. All right. The biggest story of the week. Now, admittedly, I did make a video, a single video about this yesterday, but I didn't realize that while I was recording, my mic wasn't working. And so by the time the video got finished recording and I was about to edit, all the audio was playing through my iPhone. I was so pissed. I almost threw my dang on monitor. Anyway, Willow has been canceled, ladies and gentlemen. Ho fucking Lee. The fans get the last laugh. Hee hee, ha ha. You can't make this shit up. And excuse me, because I'm really tired. Willow canceled after single season on Disney Plus. I mean, you can't make this shit up, man. How many times do we have to tell you this? The journey of Willow won't continue on Disney Plus. The streamer has canceled the Lucasfilm series, a sequel to the 1998 movie of the same title after a single season. The news comes 2 months after the 8-episode season concluded. That show came and went like a fart in the wind. Like, nobody knew it was there. Nobody cared. Was anybody talking about it? No, I don't even remember people roasting it that much. Disney Plus doesn't provide viewing data for the programming, but Willow didn't break into the Nielsen top 10 rankings of streaming titles during its run. The series earned mostly positive reviews from critics because it was woke, because they had the lesbian couple and, you know, everybody, whatever. The cancellation comes during a transition period for both Lucasfilm, which is reconsidering the output of its signature Star Wars franchise, and Disney streaming operations. Like other companies, Disney is pulling back some on the lavish spending on streaming content. Willow's cancellation at Disney Plus follows the ends of the Big Shot. Okay, whatever. They just calling out some of the people that work there. So yeah, so when you take a first of all, admittedly, like, who was this really a popular IP like that? I mean, maybe Reed knows something I don't. It sucks that Reed says it sucks that it went to shit. The original was very good and deserved a better remake. Well, we don't live in a time of better remakes, unfortunately. Reed side, we live in a time for modern audiences. That's what we live in a time of. All right, and you got all these people on Twitter and the reactions. Willow being added to the canceled Sapphic Media list while having Tanthamore as two main butch lesbian characters, and their relationship is not seen as bizarre, but instead they're supported, celebrated, and written well in a fantasy story. Yeah, we have the right to be mad. No, you don't. Because there's not enough of you people who are interested in this stuff to support the channel. I mean, look at this. Freckled Jesus and who? Like, are we... Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of people. Now, there's some people who are saying that, who are trying to say that Disney has an agenda canceling it. Like, oh, we see you, Disney. You're canceling all the LGBTQ. If Disney was against LGBTQ people, they wouldn't greenlight these shows. What it is that Disney has LGBTQ activists working for them. Right? This person says Willow stands celebrating Willow not being canceled, as if we didn't spend yesterday sending angry tweets to Disney. Okay, whatever that means. Apparently somebody says, let's see, dear Willow supporters and vocal opposition, you guys get in here too. Writing to you today, one preposterously criminal and immeasurably lucky fool. The outpouring of kind words, support, and passion for our shabby, I don't even know that word, little show has been nothing short of mind-blowing and profoundly moving. Not just for me, but for everyone who worked their butts off on it. We're all inexpressibly grateful and thrilled that you enjoy watching it almost as much as we enjoy making it. Even though those of you who didn't enjoy it, yet stuck with it for 8 hours to critique each episode and let us know exactly which choices you weren't a fan of, that too is its own incredibly specific form of flattery, and we appreciate it. As a lifelong devotee of Deadline Hollywood, I also appreciate that punchy headlines drive clicks, so I understand how Willow canceled after one season on Disney Plus is fun and juicy. However, as I'm nearly certain I've had more conversations about this in the past couple of weeks than Nilly and Driva, of whom I remain an ardent fan, I feel fairly confident that if asked, neither I nor the folks at Lucasfilm would or have actually characterized it that way. The truth is less splashy, but here it is. A decision was made last week to release our main cast for other series opportunities that may arise for them in the coming year. With all the TV and movies in production around the world, it feels unfair to limit an actor's availability without a clear sense of when you're going to need them again. It's further trivialized by the simple reality that scripts we've been working on require just as many actors from our first season with whom no such contractual hold exists. Nothing prevented Annabelle Davis, for example, from taking another show, but you better believe Mims appeared in every single Volume 2 chapter. If you're asking what this means for you as a viewer or me as a creator, here's what I think it means. Due to forces much larger and more intricate than I would ever pretend to fully understand, production of streaming shows is slowing down across the entire industry, and Willow won't resume filming in the next 12 months. But here's what's equally true. With enthusiastic and unwavering support of Lucasfilm and Disney, we've developed and written what we hope is a brain-meltingly fun, richer, darker, and better Volume 2, which builds on the characters and story. Okay, so he says, whoever this person is, he obviously worked on idiosyncratic relating to idiosyncrasy, particular or individual. She emerged as one. Oh, okay, I see. It never is though. Okay, so whoever this guy is, he seems to have worked on the show, and basically what he's trying to say here is that, like, it's canceled, but it's not canceled, and I don't know if I buy that. Hold on, did he have more? Yeah, he had more. I'm not reading all that. We're not gonna read all that. It's not that serious. I think the show is just canceled. I mean, for one, yes, there is something to be said that Disney, it was likely to get canceled anyway because Disney's cutting back. Disney's losing money. Disney Plus isn't profitable right now, and Disney's losing money. So they was going to cut stuff anyway. But you don't cut a show that's making money. You don't cut a show that's very popular. Willow is just not that popular, if at all. Sorry. It was canceled, bro. If there was an original plan to bring a season 2, and there's currently no plans to bring a season 2, it was canceled. Hans, what's up, my guy? Love seeing you here. So Willow is canceled. I get it. Now, is there a possibility it could come back? Yeah, I guess. But it comes back, you're going to spend money, because people need to understand these fantasy series cost a lot of money to make. So, I look at it like this. If the reboot or remake is woke, it did not happen in the show, movie, or universe. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on, man. So that's another L for the wokesters. Another L for the wokesters. So I want to remind you guys before we go on to the next topic that in order to help the platform, in order to help the show, if you really, really want to help the show, you're going to make sure that you're subscribed, the notification bell is turned on, and that what we want to do is every time a video drops, even if you don't have time to watch it or you're not interested in that particular subject, play the video on silent if you need to. Put it on 1.5 playback speed, make sure you drop a like, and if you can, drop a comment, even if it's just an emoji. And the reason why we want to do that is so we can drive up the watch time and the engagement. That's going to push us in the algorithm more. Hey, honey, how's it going? So we got Honey, Hans, and Reed in the chat. The usual, my biggest supporters, my biggest fans are in the building. Love seeing these guys here. Yes, we are doing well. Hans says, with Willow, I would say there's not a single wood for me. I understand that. Let's pull this up. So yeah, so we want to do that. We want to make sure that that we're driving up engagement or whatever the case may be. So, try to pull up this next story. Okay. Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder is teasing something with Darkseid. He says Zack Snyder teases Darkseid Full Circle DC project for April. Huh? I'm so confused. So here's something that he posted on Twitter.
April 28th, 29th, and 30th. Save the date.
What the hell does that mean? I'm so confused. Zack Snyder has warned fans to save the date after posting an incoming transmission from DC Comics villain Lord Darkseid to his Twitter account. Teasing a new project for April 28th through 30th, the message broadcast to his followers is simple. April 28th, 29th, and 30th, save the date. Zack Snyder fans think the new project could be the return of SnyderCon. Han says we need to bring more ghetto Mickey. Yeah. I've done the voice in a couple of videos recently. Haven't done it a lot. Fans immediately started to speculate about what the video announcement could be teasing, with many assuming it may mark the return of SnyderCon, an event which has previously played host to the director's cut version of many of the filmmaker's movie and raised money for charities and process. SnyderCon 2 had previously been scheduled to go ahead in 2021 and then 2022, but the COVID-19 pandemic and rise of positive cases across the 2 years meant that it was postponed indefinitely. So, I mean, I don't know what this means, but I almost feel like anything short of like some type of movie or TV show with Darkseid in it would be a disappointment, right? I mean, people been asking for the Snyderverse to be complete. I think that's a little ambitious. I think that if that's what you're hoping for, you setting yourself up for disappointment. But I mean, what could it be? We know that they're not going forward with anything with Henry Cavill or Affleck or Gal Gadot. Speaking of, is anybody going to see Shazam this weekend? Yeesh. They said, last I checked, they said that thing was going to make $20 million this weekend. Yeesh. What's today, Friday? We would check on Monday to see how it did for the weekend. But yeah, I don't know what to think of this Zack Snyder thing. I hope that it's something good, but if, I'm expecting disappointment. I do want to see. I recently was rewatching the Zack Snyder. Wrong Snyder. I thought it was going to be Rob Snyder. Rob Snyder. I recently decided to rewatch Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it's really good. And I really wanted to see Darkseid and more. I wanted to see more of them, and unfortunately, we won't get to see it. Well, assuming that this full circle thing doesn't mean a full film or TV show. Anyway, we're gonna move on. What do we got next? It's a short it's a short stream for us today, guys. Because you can do it. Yeah, Rob Snyder's that guy. Well, he used to be. I think he got away from Hollywood. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right. Ben Affleck says he's absolutely positively not interested in directing anything in the current DC universe. He says, and I have nothing against James Gunn. I just wouldn't want to go in and direct in that way, in the way that they're doing that. First of all, I don't care what nobody say. I just want to say this. Ben Affleck is the best Batman. Period. Let me just say that. Ben Affleck had the best Batman, and I was devastated that they wasn't going to do his solo Batman film. Let me tell you why he's the best Batman. All right? Hold on. Oops. Better go hitting the mic. Per usual. Ben Affleck is the best Batman. He's the most physically intimidating. He plays Bruce Wayne better than anybody else. He has the best suit. He's 6'3", over 250 pounds of pure muscle. I mean, look at this. You get that's concept art, but look at this. You can't tell me this isn't the best Batman. Physically imposing. The best suit. Look at this. The Nightmare suit was crazy. Now, they did fuck him up in Justice League when they tried to make him funny. That was stupid. Right? What the hell is this? No. That's garbage. Garbage. Trash. I'm glad they didn't go with that. That looks stupid. And he was the best fighter out of all the Batmans. The best fighter. Brutal. I mean, look at him. Look how... This is Batman, man. Look at him. Dude is fucking huge. Intimidating. Are you not going to touch the Drew Barrymore kneeling to that trans dude that thinks he's a little girl? I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. I don't know who the fuck you are, but you suck. The 1960s Batman. Anyway, back to he says, I was going to direct a Batman, and Justice League made me go. I'm out. I never want to do any of this again, said Ben Affleck. He said, I was going to direct a Batman, and Justice League made me go. I'm out. I never want to do any of this again. Justice League, he says, you could teach a seminar on all the reasons why this is how not to do it, ranging from production to bad decisions to horrible personal tragedy, and just ending with the most monstrous taste in my mouth, said Ben Affleck. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Ben Affleck was not happy about Justice League. He says the genius is that Zack Snyder eventually went to AT&T and was like, I can get you 4 hours of content. He was like, do you want to come shoot in my backyard? I was like, I think there are unions. I think we have to make a deal, but I did it. I went and did it, continued Ben Affleck, and now Zack Snyder Justice League is my highest rated movie on IMDb. Wow. Honey is ready for Resident Evil 4. Hans said he didn't see. So Ben Affleck didn't get his own. He didn't get his own Batman movie. He was supposed to direct his own Batman movie. He appeared in Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, which was the original version was garbage, but his Batman was the best Batman on screen ever. And the thing I don't like about Christian Bale's Batman is he's small, right? He's small. His fighting is garbage. Like nothing was worse than that opening scene in the Dark Knight when he's elbowing people. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Like that one scene where he was like, I'm like, bro, fight with your hands. Like, what are you doing? So he's not really brutal. You know, the Batman is supposed to strike fear in his enemies. I didn't see that with Christian Bale's Batman. But, you know, it is what it is. Ben Affleck's Batman was the truth, in my opinion. That's the best Batman. And then, you know, our recent Batman was pretty good, too. Robert Pattinson. He was pretty good, too. I think that Batman is better than Christian Bale's Batman. But anyway, so Ben Affleck was not happy with what happened with the Justice League, and I understand why. Seems like he was more on board with Zack Snyder. But here's my thing. You have to put some of that blame on Zack Snyder. While I understand he had family tragedy and all of that stuff, your art got desecrated because you had to go and tend to your family. So, I don't know. You know, Ben Affleck said he'll never do that again. I understand. I really wish we would have got that Ben Affleck Batman movie. I really would have preferred that over the Robert Pattinson movie. Harvey Dent, can he be trusted? I don't know, Hans. Can he? I don't think so. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is probably our last topic on. Like I said, it's going to be a short one today, guys. All right. You got this story. Yara Shahidi responds amid a racism backlash over her playing Tinkerbell. You can't make this shit up. It's always racism, according to these people. Added the link if you want to hit it up. Let me see what Regicide is talking about.
You count as a
being a girl, and today
Oh my
I'm
God,
in
this
nature. Trees, I love them. Water, lakes, I love them. Heels, they're my hiking heels. I love them.
I didn't know who Drew Barry. I saw that. I didn't know who Drew Barrymore was. That's why I was like confused. Yeah, I saw that. Dude, don't even get me started on this stuff. Let me get back to Yara. So Yara Shahidi has responded to the racist backlash over her upcoming role. The 23-year-old will play the iconic Pixie in Disney Plus's Peter Pan, while her former Blackest co-star Halle Bailey will star as Ariel in the much anticipated blah, 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 blah. She goes, what's been beautiful in seeing the response to both of our characters and seeing how many people feel included in this fairy tale while also maintaining the magic that we love in the first place. She continued, I think oftentimes people think of diversity and inclusion as threatening or jeopardizing the quality of the story instead of seeing how beautifully they can be interwoven together to create something that impacts even more people that's less that lets even more people into the stories that we love. Okay. First of all, I want to give her a little bit of credit for actually addressing the argument, and not just outright calling people racist. Let's read what she says again. She says, I think oftentimes Reed says, you scare me when you do not know the iconic movies and actors from our generation. A lot of times I just forget people's names. Ow. Ow. Damn, my shoulder is killing me. But so what she says is, I think oftentimes people think of diversity and inclusion as threatening or jeopardizing the quality of the story instead of seeing how beautifully they can be interwoven together to create something that impacts even more people, that lets even more people into the stories that we love. Okay, I'm going to give you credit, Yara, for actually addressing the argument and not just flat out calling her racist. So I will give her a round of applause for that. I'm going to give her credit for that. Because she could have easily just came out and said, oh, these people are racist, we can just ignore them. But she didn't. She actually listens to the feedback, and she addressed our concerns, which is that the focus on diversity almost always impacts the story in a negative way. Here's the problem, y'all. There's two problems with what you said. The first problem is the story and the diversity almost never is beautifully interwoven together. Almost never. That's been our main concern. When you look at stories that do have, I'll give you a prime example of a story that has diversity and people don't complain because it's good. Spider-Man. They race swap Mary J. Watson. They race swap Flash. Who else did they race swap? I mean, it's all type of diversity and inclusion. Nobody complains. Why? Because the Spider-Man movies are good. Straight up. Who else? Nobody complained about Nick Fury being race swap because Samuel L. Jackson is just that good. All right. When it actually works. Oh, House of the Dragon. There was complaints about Black Valerians until the guy who played the Black Valerian was so good that people sat back and was like, huh, this nigga can actually play a Valerian. And so people accept it now. So you're right. When it's beautifully interwoven into the story, it works. All right? But most of the time it's not, because what's happening, Miss Yara, is that you're hiring, well, not you, I'm sorry, I'm not blaming you. They're hiring activists to write these things. And activists have agendas. These activists are trying to get diversity and inclusion into these shows, and they forget to write a good story. The second problem with your statement is that you contradict yourself. You say that they can be beautifully interwoven together to create something that impacts even more people, and lets even more people into the stories that we love. How can you say into stories that we love, but you all of a sudden need to see yourself in it to love it? That makes entirely no sense. We've always loved these stories. We've always loved Ariel in The Little Mermaid. We've always loved Tinkerbell in Peter Pan. Without them needing to be black or Hispanic or whatever the case may be. So why all of a sudden we need to see our skin color in the characters to relate with them? The answer is we don't, which is it lends credence to the argument that this has nothing to do with creativity. It has nothing to do with story. You're pushing an agenda, and as long as the audience thinks that you're pushing an agenda on them, they will reject it. Period. If you're trying to push an agenda, whether you agree with it or not, if you're trying to push an agenda, it's not going to work. People are going to reject it, period. So, again, I want to give her credit for trying to address the argument. You did better than what Haley Bailey did. And so I kudos for that. But you're wrong. You're wrong. And Peter Pan is going to flop right after the Little Mermaid flops, because people aren't going to like it. I don't know if you've seen the likes to dislike ratios on those, but hey, it is what it is. You can't make this shit up. Anyway, guys, that has been the Sneak and Geek for today. Trying to think, make sure we got everything covered. So as far as Wolong, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You haven't seen me do Wolong the last couple of days. I ain't gonna lie, I'm just really not all that excited about spending 2 hours playing that game, getting clapped over and over and over again for 2 hours straight. Let's read some of these comments. If you all didn't see College Humor's Batman, I recommend it to you. She was the original fire starter and little sister in E.T. Han says, yep, Samuel L. Jackson can't imagine someone else playing Nick Fury. Exactly. Reed says, what about Shawshank Redemption? Red was supposed to be red-headed Irish and was played by Morgan Freeman. I don't know. Morgan Freeman is that guy. RE4. I don't think Resident Evil isn't part of the topic for today. We will be playing RE4. But did I fuck up? Did I put somebody Resident Evil in the thumbnail? If I did, my bad. No, really. Hold on. Let me check that. I don't think I Wait, Resident Evil 4 is out? No, it's not. Yeah, it comes out March 24th. Oh, you scared me for a minute, dog. I know I ain't tripping. Okay. Oh, the reviews are out. Yeah, I'm looking at some of them. They don't seem too flattering, but I don't care. It's Resident Evil 4. Yeah, you living in the future. 7 days early. We will be playing it next week, though. All right, guys. So that has been the Sneak and Geek for today. All right. As far as Wolong goes, I just haven't been looking forward to getting my fucking ass cheeks blistered all over the screen for 2 hours straight. I think maybe this weekend we'll do like a longer stream where we'll try to finish the game before Friday, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The thing about that game is that it's a good game. It's not a bad game, but it doesn't give me enough to like want to go through all of that. Like the loot is kind of garbage. The spells are garbage. You know what I'm saying? So I just haven't really felt like, whatever. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. This has been the Sneak and Geek. Bye-bye. That fucking outro sucks, bro. What the hell?